Hi everybody, my name is Sami. I'm a trader for Alphachain. So just before I started Alphachain, I was working as a bartender, and I worked there about a year. And before that, I was studying. I was studying economics in Tartu University, which is in Estonia. And Estonia is, I am from Finland, and we're in Finland right now. And Estonia is just south of Finland. It's a small, very lovely country, and I studied there for 4 or 5 years. I studied there as I studied economics. Graduated there from 2018, and I should state that I'm actually currently 28 years old. Well, I have been trading for this 2020 is my 5th year trading. And so I joined Alphachain 3 months ago. Yeah, 3 months ago. And I really wanted to have because trading can be quite lonely, and I always had it as a hobby, and I wanted to really get more in depth into it. I wanted to get the community, and I wanted to have guidance, and I wanted to have mentors, and I wanted to have the ability to actually see if I could trade with somebody else's money, to have the experience. And that was on my bucket list, definitely. As funny as it sounds, to trade with somebody else's money and see how it is. And so far, really enjoyed it. I'd say that the community is a very good thing. It has brought very much confidence in my trading. To not be alone, to compare with other people, to share ideas with other people. It has brought so much depth into my trading, and also the mentoring has been fantastic, because you can have an idea just by yourself, but if there's nobody there for you to mirror this idea from or to, it can be, how would I say, it can be very lonely, but also you won't maybe have the confidence to trust that, hey, is this a good trading idea or good trading way, or how should I change what should I pay attention more, for example. And that has brought so much confidence in my trading than what I previously had. So my trading strategy is very, very simple. I like to focus on naked charts. Basically what that means is that there's no indicators. I don't even use moving averages. I basically 100% base my trading strategy on price action and zones and levels. And what this zone and level means is basically support and resistance, like the bigger ones. I chart my charts out on the daily chart, and I take my signs from the daily and the 4-hour, and then I gauge how the price action is moving from the 1 hour, and even I go down as 15-minute charts or so forth. But I rarely take signs from the 15-minute or even from the hourly, because I found out that they are not so reliable as trading signals. And what I also use is fractals. A fractal break can be like, if you have 5 candles and then you have a break down or break above these 5 candles, this is a fractal, and it consists of 5 candles, for example. And let's say that 4-hour, very reliable, and then daily, weekly, even more reliable. So I try to focus on these ones to get the clearest signals that I can. And the only indicator that I use is the RSI. Sometimes I've seen that it's very reliable, like gauging on the weakness and the strength of a pair, And this is also like, let's say that you're approaching a zone, price is coming down, it's approaching a zone here. You want to find strength in the pair in a specific zone, and vice versa. You want to find weakness above when it's going upwards. You want to find weakness when it's hitting a zone, and by zone I mean resistance and or support. And I found out that this is a very, very good way of seeing the price action. And the reason why I don't use indicators is simply because I have used them a lot in my previous trading. And when you see these screenshots that this chart is super messy, this is how my chart used to look like. And I was system hopping all the time. And then I saw somebody who didn't have any indicators or whatnot, purely price action. Then I read a few books based on price action, naked charts and so forth, and I was amazed how much easier and simple it is. And it also reduces your stress a lot, so that's a good thing. You can have a clear head, you don't need to pay attention to so many things. And it's actually funny because you don't need to pay attention to so many things and you can still be so much more profitable. And it's a funny thing, you know. The mind easily thinks that, oh, you need to pay attention to a million different things to be profitable. But actually you can just pay attention to few things and still be much more profitable than you have been previously. Yeah. Well, actually, I have to admit I was nervous in the start, but as soon as I got the account, I felt so confident. I have no idea where this confidence came from, but I was just so ready to do it. And what I found out was that I previously had approximately same amount on my first trading account that I accumulated upwards, and then I blew it all. And because it was not my money, I found out that, you know, you have to have a certain let's say a certain level of responsibility came about of this trading account. You see the money, it's not yours, and you want to do the best you can to raise it up and keep it there. So it made me really focus on what is important in trading in general, and therefore life. What is important to maximize your profits in whatever you're doing. I felt pretty good hitting my target. I mean, I knew that I could hit my target. The target was 6%, and I knew that I could hit it, but I just wasn't sure because it was someone else's money. I didn't know how I would go about it and how I would do it. But I have previously hit, how would I say, maybe like I mean, I have like quadrupled my account a few times and then lost it again. So there we go with my own money and somebody else's versus somebody else's money again. But it felt good hitting the target. But what I found interesting was that because Alphachain provided different kinds of rules and different kinds of rule sets and different kinds of like, what do you want to see when you're trading and so forth. It really it was basically like putting your trading there in front of you, all your strategies, and then looking at it like this, like, is this really good? What am I doing? You know, it really made me focus on what is working in my strategy and what is not. And hitting the $50,000, getting that account, felt really good. Felt super good. And I have written $50,000 on a paper before, but when you see it on your trading account on your phone, like here, there's surprisingly many zeros after the 5. and it did feel good, but still at some points I'm like, wow, that okay, $50,000 is a lot of money. But it also gave me another sense of respect for myself and responsibility. Definitely, it made me feel much more professional. You know, that you're trading $50,000 is so much more money than 12,500 or even 30,000 or 40,000 or whatever. And you can buy a lot of things with a $50,000, and you can really take good trades with this amount of money. So it made me feel a lot more professional than before. And the responsibility, of course, is really good. I think that these are really good for a human being. Really good question. Well, actually, I enrolled in the remote trading program, so I was already accustomed to the fact or to trade remotely from my home, or from my home, because you know it's the Corona time, or it was the Corona time, so you couldn't even go anywhere. So even this question is even more important at this time, because how do you avoid distractions? I avoid distractions by keeping my home quite clean. Not too much stuff at my home, and having a clear routine. And also, a person who has some focusing troubles and whatnot, it's always a good thing to know yourself, know thyself. It's even in the Bible. And to kind of know that how do you have to be and what do you have to do in order so you can remain focused. For me, it's that I have so much more energy. I have a lot of energy, and getting that energy out and getting it stabilized is how I can sit down and prepare my charts and read them correctly and not panic and make well-founded decisions that are based in logic and not emotions or like panic, flight or flight. Yeah, this is definitely that one. And avoid distractions. One big thing is meditation. For me, is to meditate, to do sports, to level out your energy. Yes, definitely. One thing that I have found to be really good this year is to plan out your days. And what I mean by this is to actually write them down on a piece of paper. I have like this big black marker, and then I have different kinds of color markers that I use day in and day out, what I want to manifest during my days. And I write every single step of my day. I wake up at this time. What do I do after waking up? Okay, I do this. And what do I do after that? Okay, I do this. And you don't leave anything. I mean, it can be so that I wake up and then I just look at the paper. What am I supposed to do? Okay, I do this. I do that after that. And then I do this. So you don't leave any kind of, oh, what should I do? You know, it's a nice day, or oh, I don't want to trade. Should I go outside? No, you have a plan, and then you go with your plan. And what I found out that when you write things down on a piece of paper, and then you clearly put it somewhere where you can see it as soon as you wake up, this is a very powerful way to make your days come true. and you really need to think about what do you want to achieve during your day. And you can write like for example, what I write is first thing, you wake up 8:30 or 8, whatever you want to do. Second, meditation, affirmations. Third, fourth. Usually what I third and fourth is what I write is that I'm gonna have the best trading day I have ever had, or I'm gonna improve on yesterday's mistakes, something like this. It doesn't have to be so complicated. And what I found out, that success is boring, and good trading is like watching paint dry or grass grow. It just is. You know, you don't need fancy rocket ships and lasers and shit like this. Excuse me, pardon my French. And it is quite boring. And boring, but very, very simple. And it can be quite fun, or it is quite fun. You shouldn't do it if it's not fun for you. But definitely that one, know yourself, write your days down, and I would say that third one for new junior traders would be keep it really simple, you know, and study trading psychology and study price action. Keep it simple, study price action, meditation. Yeah, these are the things that I would recommend. It doesn't sound so fancy because I am a true believer in keeping everything quite simple and straightforward, and writing things on paper. Definitely, this is very, very helpful for traders. And even if you have many things to remember during the day, just writing everything down, and you'll be surprised that how many things of those come to fruition and end up happening. So I hope you found this video helpful, at least in some way, and wish you a good day. Bye.